All right, y'all. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're tuning in. I'm grateful to have you here. And it looks like we got more hypocrisy in the building today, thanks to these New Yorkers. I'm sure this is going to be a doozy. Shout out to my man JP on Patreon for today's request. All the way airborne, baby. Thank you for your service. I'm forever grateful for you. Stay till the end if you want to hear my input and perspective. Let's get it popping.
I'm here in Texas, and we're going to ask Texas, what do they think of migrants being bused to New York City and Washington, D.C.?
And I'm in New York to see if these immigrants are being welcomed with open arms. Let's go find out. Texas is busing migrants coming from across the border into New York here. So what's your opinion on that?
In a city like this is already overpopulated, may not be a good choice. So maybe like in a less populated area or state.
But it is also super crowded, so I don't know if it'd be the best.
Populated. Yeah. So it could be an issue. The state is already a populated state. Like we have a bunch of people here, like it's already populated.
I think something's a little fishy and kind of intriguing. We got to dive into it a little bit. They said something along the lines of, we don't have room and we're being overpopulated already. Because I think that's hilarious because New York just lost like 40,000 people this year alone to Florida. So it seems to me like you got 40,000 open spots now available. And if overpopulation was really a problem, New York should stop allowing anyone and everyone to move there until space is available. But that's not the problem. So they won't do that.
What do you think about the governor of Texas busing migrants to the city of New York and D.C.? Now we're having these mayors start to complain and saying they're being overrun by the migrants. What's your thoughts on this whole situation?
Well, I think, the governor of Texas, finally, he's doing something good. It's been a problem for a while now since Biden got here. These liberal people down in New York, they're finally getting to see what we're getting now here.
Man, we've been dealing with it for a while down here in Texas. People down closer to the border as well. They've been dealing with it for a couple years now. All these migrants flowing in and just telling all those people from the north, all the liberals in the north in New York, F you, dude. Fuck you, all right? This is what you get. Man, now you're getting to experience what we were getting to experience for the past year. Now what New York is doing is they're saying like, okay, we're full, like we can't handle this influx. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's like hypocritical of New York to do that?
I don't think it's necessarily hypocritical because it's not like they're saying, no, we don't want any immigrants, but the city is packed. They do have to protect the interests of the people who do live here already. At the same time, it is a balance.
Protect the interests of the people that already live here. Now, that's a great idea. That's exactly how most of us feel if you're watching this video. I'm assuming you have common sense. Nailed it on the head. And she doesn't even realize it. Stop allowing the fentanyl, the rapists, the free rides across the border and lock down our great country like we do our homes at night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people don't comprehend that. It's not like a xenophobic way of thinking. It's called being responsible and protecting our God-given rights as American-born citizens. That's all it is. Nothing racist, nothing xenophobic about it. God gave us these rights. God put these governing authorities in place, in power, and he wanted us to have our own land, our own things, and that's okay.
God, it's just like some grade A hypocrisy from Texas. I do think it is pretty messed up of Texas to handle it like that.
I guess it's better than sending them back to where they came from, of course, but it's still kind of disappointing that they wouldn't just be willing to, help them out in their own state.
I do when immigrants do come to America though, but New York City, I don't know.
They shouldn't be complaining. New York should not be complaining. They invited them. They told them, you're welcome here. We are a sanctuary city. They have plenty of resources. It's our taxpayers' money. It's time that the other states take responsibility too. We're all one nation.
And they can't handle it either, but look at us, small towns, we're getting overrun. It's been going on for a while. It's a problem.
And do you think it's, what's your thoughts that, these mayors are the types to say, hey, we're sanctuary cities. We welcome these migrants with open arms, and now they're saying that they're finally being overrun. What are your thoughts on that? That they're finally seeing that the issues that Texans are finally seeing.
We're small towns. I said that already. They're bigger cities, and they have all this stuff, and they're already complaining. But this has been going on for months. Now they get to see how we feel.
You have these like sanctuary cities all of a sudden who are welcoming to migrants with their open arms, and all of a sudden when the migrants are actually getting busted, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, I don't know if we actually want these people in here.
Yeah, no, dude, they don't care. They actually don't care. All they care is about like this woke narrative. They just want to be part of something that's helping out people. But when it actually comes to going in, being in their cities, they don't want it. They don't want these people there.
It seems so petty. And it's just sort of ignoring the humanity of people that are coming over here to a bad situation from something that's probably much worse. And it's just such a f***ing disgrace that we can't get together and try to help in a way that's healthy for everybody.
I think that's a bit unreasonable. Texas is a bit extreme in general as a state.
I love to see it. I love to see him out of Texas. Like, I love to see other people or other officials kind of getting a taste of their own medicine. You know, we've been putting up with it for too long, you know, paying tax money, or, you know, just kind of like, you know, contributing to basically like their own mess. And it's time for them to, you know, handle their own mess.
All of the Texas border is littered with clothes, with bottles. These people are dirty. When they're at the shelters, they have restrooms, but do they defecate in the restrooms? No, they defecate wherever they want. We need to share. We need to share this problem, because we have been having this problem all along the Texas border. And it's time that the other states begin to realize what is going on and how maybe to help us so that we can stop this.
They basically dug their own hole, and now they're crying about it. But us in Texas had to deal with it. The state is a state, land is land, you know. So it's like, they could be here, why can't they be there, you know? So it's like, they're gonna take our resources, our hotels, our food and stuff. Why can't they do it there? The liberals are all f***ing tripping.
Y'all gotta love liberals. They're like, we want you here, but we don't want you here, where we reside, where we have our comforts and our freedoms and things of that nature. We all are for the woke narrative and for the virtue signaling, but when it comes down to it, when it comes time to step up to bat, they're striking out every single time. They don't want you actually here where they're at. And what we just witnessed is the good old not in my backyard mindset in its purest form. That's what that was. I just hate how the left always claims things like racism and xenophobia in regards to conservatives and people on the right. And that's them. They define every aspect of that, though. Look at what's going on with the Martha's Vineyard situation and border control as a whole. Look what Biden has going on. If that ain't racist and xenophobic, I don't know what is. You can't label the other side that. When you got all this nonsense going on, you'll be quick to virtue signal, but when you see these big things going on, you don't want to talk about it. You're silent in the media. But you can still love people from a distance and not allow them to take over all of your stuff, all the fruits of your labor, because you got to pray for them. And remember, God is in control at the end of the day. God allows all these things to happen for a reason, but you got to keep it locked down. You got to keep responsible and take care of the things at home first before you try to allow everybody in, because I'm not welcoming anybody in my home at 2 a.m. just because they're a human being, because they bleed red. I can still love you and still have boundaries. What it really comes down to is Grandpa Joe, Kamala Harris, who was ever running this crap fest we got going on nowadays, they need to buckle up and they need to see all the chaos that is coming across our borders. Free ride, and it shouldn't be allowed. It's not okay, not in any way, shape, or form. And we should expect our government to ensure security in our national borders. We should expect that, but they're not executing on that. They're trying to change the narrative. They're trying to uproot everything Trump did to show that Trump was bad. But now you're affecting everyday good citizens that were born here in America. The role of secure borders should always be to protect our nation, to take care of home base first. That's always the priority. However, not to keep everybody out that it's fleeing from persecution, but you have to vet everybody. You have to make sure the people that are coming here are truly qualified under the terms of the U.S. law and legislation to ensure that they don't present a public safety or national security threat. So I'm all for multiple states, not just Texas, taking inhabitants and taking people that want to come here, but they got to go through the legal means, and they shouldn't get any less or any more of a glorified treatment than any U.S. born citizen should get. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have certain stipulations in place and you make American citizens do those things, why would people that want to come here and aren't actually from here, why wouldn't they have to do the same thing, if not 10 times more? It just don't make no sense. It just don't add up to me. But hey, maybe I'm off my rocker. Maybe I'm being completely biased in this. I am, because I'm an American born citizen. I love my country and I want to protect all the fruits of our labor, all of our tax dollars that is supposed to go towards building roads and building fruitful things for our families. Instead, we're giving free handouts to these people that didn't earn it, that aren't from here. I love them. I'll pray for them, but you still got to go through necessary steps to become a U.S. citizen. It's the greatest country in the world for a reason. So again, maybe I'm crazy. What do y'all think the solution is? Comment it below and let's keep this conversation rolling. But if you like what I'm doing over here, you don't think I'm too crazy, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my future videos. Share this video if you think it can help somebody else out there. If you want to support the channel, you can always message my wife on her Etsy store for this specific design. Check out all her other Christian-based apparel designs, Bible verses, all that sort of stuff. She makes it. Check out the Etsy store, linked in the pinned comment and in the description section. We appreciate all the love and support. By no means do you have to whatsoever. Just tuning in, allow my freckle face to come in here and rant, take over your screen for a few minutes. I'm forever grateful. All my links are in the description section if you need or are interested in any of that sort of stuff. But until next time, I love y'all. I'm praying for you and this great country. Godspeed. I'm gone.